Hi, welcome to Sessions. Just so much to discuss. With everything, every time you look at the news, there's so much going on. Today, I just wanted to speak a little bit more about just parenting in general. It's sad, it's unfortunate. I keep saying but necessarily. A lot of African American men, they're dying, and the problem is only getting worse. It's not getting any better. So much that happened since this year from last year to this year, and it's just really just something to think about and kind of start giving more attention to the parenting. While we all know that many African American families, they follow the tradition for the most part is single parent households. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just still recognizing that just because you're in a single parent household, kind of like the study I did, does not necessarily mean that you can still have a family for your child. I think sometimes we get screwed up with the fact of how our relationship have transpired and not put the attention where it needs to be, which is our child. Our child is the result of us being together, and our child deserves to have parents, a mother and a father. A mother and father could do different things. You have a mom. They're there to nurture. They're there to care. You have a dad. They're raising. They might be a little bit more like assertive or making sure and directive of having things done. But what's happening right now, we have the cycle that continues where we have the single mom that may be bitter. Then we have the dad that may just feel like they need not play a role. And it's just recognizing that it's affecting the children. The single mom, you're still a mom. However, the kid still has a father. And that should be acknowledged at all times. Even if it was a mistake, you lay down with this guy, you must understand you have this child, and that child rightfully deserves to have the father's input. I know some of you may disagree 100% and feel like as a single mom, you can do it all. But let me just tell you, in this field of counseling, most grow up with the understanding of hatred, the understanding of more so the viewpoints of their parents, the one that raised them. In this case, we're talking about African Americans, Black Americans. The mother raised you most of the time, and you do a very good job at it. But we also got to take accountability for the fact of if things did occur, if we did have children at a younger age, if we did have kids when we weren't ready financially, to allow yourself to receive the resources and be accountable for your part as a mom, and understand you may need some help. As far as fathers, what they will call them deadbeat dads most of the time, you need to recognize you also had this kid. The kid is 50%, if we want to play percentages, 50% yours, just like the mom's is 50% the dad. You have a sole responsibility too. These children, they need you. Right now, black on black crime has increased, especially for African American males. It continues to increase. And you really want to know why? The guidance is not there. The proper guidance of these children are not present. The mother can't do it by herself, or the mother gets so caught up in herself that she doesn't allow the father to play a part. I must say, you can have a single parent household and still be great co-parents if you were to take the attention off yourself and focus more on the children. It's possible. Father's presence does exist. Males could come out of this living a successful life, being decent young black men who are able to strive and do more than what you can ever think of dreaming of. But they need the coaching. They need the guidance. They need you as a mother, you as a father, to stop blaming each other and spend more time focusing on how can we make this development of this child better. What can we do? Do we need the help? Stop looking at everything as if like you're not the problem. When most of the time, I hate to say this, you are the problem. The toxic part of a relationship could be the relationship, but it does not have to fall into the child. And what's happening right now, a lot of these children are taking on roles that they do not have to take. They're taking on roles of being your friend. They're taking on roles of being your confidant. They're taking on roles that has nothing to do with childhood, which is why they tend to seek and move as if they're adults and get caught up because they lack experience, they lack knowledge, and then they end up getting caught up in this system. And it's tiring. We have to do more uplifting of each other as parents and recognize you should want to aim to grow your child. You don't have to have a relationship with the guy. You don't have to have a relationship with the female. It's all about your child. Go to court. Get some established visitation rights or do it on your own and just be adults. I get them on a weekend. You get them every other weekend. I'm paying for this. I expect you to pay for half of this. Pay the bill directly. Those children just need to know that you care about them. They need to know that you look for them to do better. It will mean so much more. And I'm not just speaking to speak. I have been around. I worked with a lot of children from foster care. I worked with a lot of children who recently probably have got adopted. I worked with children just going to their homes just to tutor them, who basically were having a lot of problems in school. I've seen many families. I've been around. I did a lot of research. I'm a product of a two-family household. And I'm just saying it's not impossible. My family, some of my family has blended families. I myself have a blended family. But at the end result, the mission is to focus on the child. I can speak more about this topic on and on, but it's just so tiring that we are not as a people, as a race. It's just taking more accountability, learning, taking on resources to be better, not being a friend, but being a parent and raising these people so they can understand, they can experience, they can explore, they can become better, and they can actually live full lives. So this is just kind of like something that was on my mind from seeing all the stuff that's happening. We're so quick to give the blame. I know recently something happened with, I think the cop's name, I think her name was Grace. I'm not sure. It's unfortunate. She passed. And it's just unfortunate. And it's just knowing that a lot of this violence that is happening, why are we so much in competition with one another and we're not really uplifting each other? But it's senseless crimes and it's happening with the children. And the children need guidance and they're not having it. They don't have it, obviously. So in order to get better, we have to start thinking differently. We have to recognize that the mission as a parent is really to be a parent and has nothing to do with the fact that you're no longer with that person. I want to say to females, it has been proven the relationship of your child with the father you have a great impact. Keep that in mind. You have a lot of power. And you have to ask yourself, when you're making these decisions, is it for the purpose or is it for the benefit of your child? Or is it really for the benefit of you? That's something you have to ask yourself. I'm not here to judge anyone. I would not do that. Parenting is extremely hard. It's something that we learn every day. Even our parents are still learning as adults, and we're probably grown. But it's just knowing, don't put blame on someone. Take accountability and just learn to make things better so your child can grow and develop and be the strong, independent, responsible individual in this world. It was cool talking to everyone. I appreciate you all. Subscribe to my channel below. Again, we're just here to grow together. I'll probably talk a little bit more about Father's presence in my next session. But today I just wanted to give some thoughts about co-parenting. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye.